Hey everyone, so on Tuesday the 25th July, Hypixel released their new game mode called Dropper. It's not really far-fetched to say that this minigame has been adapted from Hive's game Gravity. I was one of the top players there. For reference, here are my stats. I used to be number 4 with close to 50k games. So I know what it comes down to when designing a game mode like this, and so in this video, I want to review Hypixel's take on this game and make suggestions for improvements that could be made if the game actually releases at some point. And before we start, I just want to say it would be great if you guys could share the video around, and I know I don't say this often on this channel, but it would be important for me that as many people as possible see this, so maybe we could make an impact. And I'll also make a post on the Hypixel forums. I'll leave a link to that in the description. And if you have a friend who plays Hypixel and also could care about this, please let them know. Also, if you disagree with anything that I say in this video, please leave a comment. I will respond to every single comment that I get, and we can have a nice discussion. So, let's get straight into the video. So, first of all, I want to start with some good things that I like about this game mode. Honestly, when I first heard of it coming out, I was not that excited because I thought to myself, well, Gravity was always such a ping-based game, so this is going to be similar, and I have 150 ping, and that's really awful compared to Hive, where I had like 25 to 35. And I was definitely right with that, and I will be the first to admit, Hypixel Dropper is definitely ping dependent. If you match up two players with the exact same skill, the player with better ping will most likely win. But honestly, that doesn't matter to me. This game just takes me back into my Hive days so much, and I absolutely love that. I haven't really expressed this in a while, but I do miss Hive quite a lot, and that's what playing this game really has made me realize, and it brought back so many old memories, and I was happy having at least a piece of that back. But let's get back to the actual gameplay. I like the design of the scoreboard. It's very well done, and showing the next map is also really good to prepare for it. The maps really look amazing, props to the builders, and the droppers range from very easy to really challenging, which is great. And also having 2 easy maps, 2 medium maps, and 1 hard map is a great design choice and makes a lot of sense. And I also like the voting system mostly, but I will get to some of my criticism on that later. Right, now that we've talked about the good things, let's talk about the things that in my opinion should be changed or could be improved. Firstly, the map difficulty. When I was talking about the wide range of map difficulty, I said that it ranges from very easy to really challenging. And I think that Illusion and especially Factory could be a little bit too challenging for a new player. I mean, just look at this map. It's so complicated. My suggestion is to just make an easier path on both of those maps, but make it so it's further away from the portal. Or just build an entirely new portal that's slower to reach than the portal using the hard way. What I thought about with this solution is that people might say, well, it's no longer really a hard map if you have an easy path, which is a fair argument, so maybe it would actually be best just not to add these maps in a full release. Secondly, the problem with the voting. The voting menu is well designed and it looks nice, but the only flaw with it that I noticed is that you get the map balloons almost every single game. I'm serious, just look at these examples. It keeps happening. It happened here, and here, and here, and oh look, it's here too. And the simple reason for that is, it's the first map in the voting menu. Now I don't really know what you could do about that, to be honest, because randomizing maps every single game, so you would have to look for the map you want every game, isn't a good idea either. So if you have any ideas, please let me know with a comment. Alright, number 3, portal placements. We're getting on to the little bit more annoying ones. There are a few exceptions to this, but most of the maps honestly make you feel like you're not playing Dropper, but some kind of run to the portal simulator. Lily is a good example for this. You land in the water and then you have to run through a 30-meter tunnel just to reach the portal. Why? Balloons has the same issue. It's just unnecessary to have the portal so far away. When I play a Dropper game mode, I want the main part of the game to be dropping, not running somewhere. Another aspect against this style of maps is that there's nothing to be gained or lost here. Everybody runs in a straight line at the exact same pace, so you can't really catch up to someone or lose time, because everyone is running at the exact same speed, which is boring and doesn't make for a good competitive game. Whereas on other maps, the main part is falling down the correct way, landing in a correct spot, getting out of the water fast, and you can gain or lose time in all of these aspects depending on your individual skill. And then you can jump straight onto the next map. That's good map design. If you have to run to the portal for 10 seconds, it more or less disrupts the flow of the game. And it's also a really easy fix. Just place the portal closer to the water. Number 4, the spawn points. And this is probably the most annoying thing. If you've played this game before, you will know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just spawn facing away from the hole to go down. And of course that's absolutely awful, especially when you're the only one having this issue. Nothing is more frustrating than losing the game because you spawned the wrong way around and your opponent didn't. Another annoying thing is that on some maps, the spawn points are not even the same all the time, so they're essentially random. I'm not talking about the direction you face in being incorrect, but your spawn point just changing. I'll use gears as an example for that. So we're going to compare some spawn points really quick. So I want you to pay attention where I spawn at the top. So take note of this redstone torch right here. I make a right turn and I go down. So I go all the way down and I land on the correct side. Now let's look at a second example where I also spawned in and there's no redstone torch over there. So yeah, this basically means that the spawn points are completely random. Gears has a portal on one side and one side only, but when you spawn at the top, you can spawn on either of the 4 sides. So how are you going to tell where the portal is? Well, there is actually a way. It's always to the right of this redstone torch, but nobody wants to think while they're at the top of the map. What I'm trying to say is, it's a weird system. Another map where it's completely random is Ravine. However, I am fine with this one because there are portals on both sides and they're equally fast. So this one gets a pass. But here's my suggestions that fixes both of these issues. Make fixed spawn points with fixed directions you face in. And I know this is easy to code because I've done something like that myself. This gives the maps consistency and doesn't give anyone a competitive advantage with something that they don't even have any control over. Finally, I think I have 3 more things to say. First, the lag. Yes, sometimes stages don't load quickly at all, and it takes a few seconds to load certain stages, and then you get lagged back to the top of the stage, which is really annoying. But being completely honest, I don't know if Hypixel can do anything about that, because they are simply the largest Minecraft server in the world, and it's natural that not everything can be smooth with it all the time. So I'm willing to accept the fact that this is going to happen from time to time. Would be happy if Hypixel could make some change that it would improve this performance issue. This can also be a client-sided issue with your PC though. To improve chunk loading speed on your own PC, download Optifine, go to options, video settings, performance, and set the chunk loading to 5. This should improve this issue, and if it's still slow, then I'm sorry, but your PC is probably not able to handle this game. Secondly, if you saw yesterday's video, which by the way, watch it, it's really good, you know that you can go directly into the portal on a few maps like Well, Sewer, Time, and Floating Islands. I'll put clips here if I have some, and these are the only ones that I've been able to replicate it on, but there might be some more. While this is a cool feature to get faster times with, I think it's unintended by the developers, so in order to fix that, all they really need to do is just put 1 extra block above the portal, and that completely removes the ability to get into it. Unless the portal is a little bit too big and you can still get in underneath, but I'm sure they'll figure that part out. And lastly, I think it would be a cool feature to have the milliseconds displayed for every single stage too, rather than just the whole game. This would enable us to keep track of personal bests on each map, and maybe make something to keep track of world records too. But that's just a personal preference of mine. Right, this is it. That was my opinion and improvement suggestions for Hypixel Dropper. This can honestly be a great game if a few minor issues get fixed, and I'm looking forward to see where this game mode will go, and I'll probably also make more videos on the game in the future, so if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button to not miss those. If you disagree with anything I said, please let me know in the comments, or if you think I forgot anything, also please let me know. Thanks for watching all the way until the end of the video, leave a like if you enjoyed, and please share the video. Bye bye!